Hello, here we will be doing in the design mode. Fine, let's create a page, blank page. Fine, in the blank page, we will create two regions. One is called as search, another one is employees. One is search, another one is employees. Fine, yeah. So how do we do that? First is let's go to the breadcrumbs, then click on that, click right mouse and say create region below. Once you do create region below, it creates a region and let's give the name of the region as search. Fine. Let's give the name of the region as search and the type is static content. That's good. Now let's go ahead and create three items. Fine. The way to do is in the region body, create page item. Create page item. When you do that, create page item, it will create a page item called p15 underscore new. Let's change the name of that. Okay, let's call it as p15 underscore first underscore name. Okay, then next thing you need to do is go into the list of values and select it as SQL query. Then type this query, which is select first name alias D, comma, first name alias R from employees order by first name. Fine. Once you type it, validate that it is successful. Click OK. Now come again here. This time, select the first name which you already created, and again you say create page item below. Once you do that, again it will create a new P. In my example, because I'm using P15, that's why I'm getting P15. In your case, the page number may be different, so you get accordingly. Fine. So this time, P15 is my page. So page 15 underscore, please give this name as last underscore name. Last underscore name. Fine. But this part is based on your page number. It comes up. Once you do that part, this time we take the type as text field with autocomplete. Text field with autocomplete. Okay. Then going to the list of values again, type, select it as SQL query. Fine. In the case of SQL query, let's type this, which is select last name from employees order by last underscore name. Select last underscore name from employees order by last underscore name. Once you do that, you have completed the second item. Now again, let's go pick the second item. Again, create page item below. It's an optional. Fine. If you can do it, it's well and good. Fine. This time we name that object as job. Okay. Job and type as pop-up LOV. Pop-up LOV is somewhat similar to select or drop down. Fine. Now this time we will do a little bit different. We'll explain in the class what does this mean. In the case of type, let's take it as shared component. Um, if you are lucky enough, then in case of list of value, you'll get jobs dot job underscore title. If you don't get it, then you can ignore this part. If you have it, it's good. Fine. So we can have three three items created. Now next thing we do is we create a region. This time we say create region below. Create region below. And this time we give the region name as employees and the type as interactive grid. Type as interactive grid. In the case of source, let's take type as SQL query. Fine, let's type the SQL query. What is the SQL query? Select star from employees where last name is same as this. P15 last name. This should match. This name and this name should match. Only thing is it has a colon. Then first name, and this look at the operator I'm using is R. Fine. first name which matches with P15 first name. In your case, as I mentioned, it may be P12, P13, okay, based on your page number. Fine. Okay, or job ID equal to colon P15 underscore job. This is the name you are given. And again, as I mentioned, the third item is optional. If you have it, then otherwise omit this part. Clear? Once you're done with it, now we will do dynamic action. The way it is done is you go into the search region and click on dynamic action and say create dynamic action. When you do that, a new dynamic action gets created and give that name as fetch underscore employees, fetch underscore employees, and go to the when part and you select the event as change event in case it is not been selected. Then selection type as region, and in the case of region, from the drop down, sir, get search because you already created a region by name search. What we are trying to say is any item changes in the search region, we need to perform an action. Whenever there is a trigger gets fired when somebody changes the value of any item which is present inside the region search, which is nothing but this is your region search. If anybody changes any value by picking from the drop down, fine, or typing it here and pressing enter, or they're picking it from the drop down here, any of this action happens, this is a trigger. This triggers, this means it fires a trigger which we will be saying, okay, let's capture there is a change. Whenever there is a change, we will perform, if it is the action is true, then we will perform certain action. If the event is true, sorry, we'll perform certain action. What is the action we perform? By default, it will be show. You need to go and change this to refresh. Find action, refresh, and select the it as a region, not item, and the region name as employees. Means what we are saying is anybody changes anything in the search region, you need to go and refresh the region called employees. Means we need to refetch the data. That's what we mean. So if somebody changes that, fine. Once you complete this operation, save it and run, which will be something like this. See, anybody, whenever there is a change, you see that it refreshes and gets new data based on this criteria, which is first name is equal to here the first name which is equal to fine, or last name which is equal to this, then job ID which is administration vice president. See this vice president, any of them, any of these three, it matches, you should fetch the data. Fine. Give it a try. Create a new page, blank page, and give it a try and perform this exercise. See how far you can go. If you can do it, it is very good. So this will help us to perform our other assignments, or it will be helping you to understand in our next class. Fine, give it a try. Fine, if you can able to do it, it's good. So you are learning dynamic action, means when there is some action happens a user does, so you need to do when somebody does certain things on the page, you need to do perform certain changes. Okay.